In a small, quiet town, there lived a boy named Aaron, known to everyone as the laziest person around. His days were a cycle of waking up late, scrolling through his phone, and promising himself that tomorrow he'd do something meaningful. The world outside moved fast, students rushed to school, workers hurried to their jobs, but Aaron sat still, lost in dreams he never acted upon. Every corner of his room was filled with unfinished things, old notebooks, failed goals, dusty trophies from years ago. Time was passing, and Aaron didn't even notice. One night, Aaron sat alone staring at the ceiling fan spinning slowly above him. His phone battery had died, and for the first time there was silence. Suddenly, a whisper echoed in his mind, soft but clear. "You are wasting me, Aaron. I never return once I'm gone." Startled, he looked around, but there was no one, only the ticking clock on his desk. He realized it wasn't a voice from outside. It was time itself speaking to him. Aaron laughed nervously and ignored it, yet deep down, something began to stir inside him, a quiet guilt that wouldn't let him rest. The next day, Aaron's friend Daniel called him. "Hey, the local art competition's tomorrow. Didn't you used to paint? You should join, man. You're good." Aaron looked at his unfinished canvas leaning against the wall. He had once loved painting, but laziness had buried that passion. He shrugged and said, "Maybe next year." That same competition went on to make a young artist famous. Aaron watched the news a week later. It was the same boy he once taught how to paint. A sharp pain hit his chest. For the first time, he understood what it meant to lose time. That night, Aaron's father walked into his room holding an old pocket watch. "This was your grandfather's," he said softly. "He valued every second of his life. Maybe it's time you start doing the same." Aaron took the watch and looked at the small, steady ticking hands. For some reason, he couldn't look away. It felt as if those tiny hands were pulling him forward, out of the fog of laziness and regret. That night, for the first time in years, he set an alarm for 6 a.m. The alarm rang. Aaron groaned, tempted to hit snooze, but the ticking watch on his desk reminded him of his promise. He forced himself out of bed. The sky was still pale with dawn, and the world was quiet. He went for a walk, breathing in the fresh air, feeling alive in a way he hadn't for years. Every step felt like a battle against his old self, but for once, he was winning. Days turned into weeks. Aaron began painting again, writing goals on sticky notes, and cleaning his room. He still failed sometimes, overslept, procrastinated, but he no longer gave up. People around him noticed the change. His father smiled silently, watching him paint late into the night. Aaron realized something powerful. Success isn't born in one day. It's built, second by second, decision by decision. Months later, an art exhibition announced new entries. Aaron submitted his painting with trembling hands. The waiting felt endless. He doubted himself every day. Then one morning, an envelope arrived. He opened it slowly. "Congratulations, you have been selected." Tears filled his eyes. It wasn't just about art. It was about every moment he thought he had wasted, but finally turned into purpose. At the exhibition, people gathered around his painting. One man said, "There's something powerful in this art. It feels like time itself is speaking." Aaron smiled. The painting was titled "The Value of Time." He stood quietly, realizing how far he'd come from the lazy boy who wasted his days. Now he understood. Every moment had value because it led him here. A young student approached him after the show. "Sir, I want to be like you, but I keep wasting my time." Aaron smiled gently. "Then start now. Don't wait for motivation, create it. Time won't wait for you, but it will reward your effort." That boy's eyes lit up. Aaron saw himself in him, but this time he gave the advice he once needed to hear. Years later, Aaron kept the old pocket watch on his desk as a reminder. He became known as a motivational artist. His works inspired countless people. One evening, as he packed up his studio, he glanced at the ticking watch. He smiled, whispering softly, "Thank you, time, for not giving up on me." Outside, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in gold. The boy who once wasted time had finally learned to treasure it.